welcome back to Let's Talk News Now. Hello, everybody. Big brother, big sister in the house today. We'll be talking to them in just a few moments. But I am here right now with Mr. Dave Robbins with VegasNewsReview.com, also with Let's Talk News Now. As I started to say, Dave, being a retired Metro police officer, I know that's retired has now become your new favorite word.
Right.
But I also think that you actually are working in many ways harder than you did before.
Well, I had to go through some obstacles because I had to learn how to relax first. So I mastered the 2-hour coffee break, so I've got that down.
I know exactly where you have that at, and I oftentimes will join you there.
But when you retire, you realize you have some free time on your hands, so you start picking up a project or 2 or 3 or 6, you know.
Yeah, just a few.
Yeah.
Just keep the time go by. And all of a sudden they turn into a job.
Several jobs.
Okay, very cool. Very cool. But you're enjoying yourself.
Oh, lovely.
Okay. More fun than riding the Harley?
Yeah, that's kind of hard.
That was a little bit tough. Okay. As a Metro officer, and you're working in traffic, correct?
Right.
And you got to ride this really awesome Harley every day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Live to ride, pay to ride.
But the downside too is occasionally, I guess you were required to probably pull some people over and listen to some of their nonsense and excuses as to why it is that you bothered to stop by and say hi.
Right. Well, let me clear up a conception or misconception the public has about quote-unquote quotas.
Okay.
Okay, we don't have any quotas. We have a performance standard. So take it how you want, take it however you want.
And how many stops is the standard?
It's very complicated. There's no free toaster at the end of the month, but yeah, you do have to write some tickets.
Okay.
But again, everything for me is about experience and having a unique experience. So, I kind of try to have some fun with it. And one of my rules was, if you can give me an excuse I've never heard before about why you were driving the way you were, I would give you a warning.
Would you actually tell people that?
No. I wouldn't tell them because
you wouldn't turn it into a contest or something.
No.
Okay, all right.
I would wait for them to come up with their excuse.
Okay.
Normally it's, hi, I'm Officer Robbins, Metro Police. Do you realize what you were doing? And they said, yeah, I know I was speeding, but this is the reason why I was speeding.
Okay.
So I would listen to it, and if it was unique, I would let them go.
Okay. So give me an example of something it would be, because I'm going to write these down. So is everybody else in the audience. By the way, write these down. Okay, it'll work for you. All right. We'll give you a unique one.
You don't want to use the bathroom one because that one's been beat to death.
Okay.
And most of the time, they're not telling the truth because you, as an officer, you can always tell if somebody really has to go to the bathroom because they start doing what we call the pee-pee dance. The feet are kind of, and they're trying to make it home, but yet they've passed 35 places they could have stopped to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
One of the excuses is I had a very experienced driver who was doing about 65 in a residential area at night.
Oh,
it was about
cool.
10:30 at night. And when I told her that she was speeding, she questioned me and said, well, I didn't realize there was a speed limit after dark. And like I said, she was very experienced.
Very experienced. Yeah. We're saying a number of years behind the wheel?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
At
Probably
least,
gray hair?
Yes.
A little dab will do you?
Yep.
Okay,
very experienced.
Slight purple tint.
Right. There's always the medical issue. I'm having a baby. A couple times I've had people say that they're having a baby and they're rushing to the hospital.
Right.
Been part of that. I know what it's like to see somebody getting ready to have a baby and the contractions, and especially if you got a pillow stuffed out underneath their shirt. Part of the pillow is sticking out. That's not a good excuse.
People really do that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to kick it off now. I'm Ella Roberts, somewhere in and about town. Ella? Ella, where are you? Okay, Ella. Obviously, either one of two things has happened, folks. Either she's still mad or she's given up work for Lent. It'd be one of the two. Anyway, so back to us, Dave. I have a quick question for you. Is there that really good excuse, or is it better to look at the police officer and go, I messed up, you caught me?
Honesty is always the best thing. I mean, if you try and defend yourself and rationalize your actions, you're pretty assured that you're going to get a ticket. I've had people just flat out say, you got me, I'm sorry, I was speeding, I had my head up where it shouldn't have been. And sometimes it really catches you off guard when somebody's honest, because it doesn't happen a lot. And you're more attuned to listening to excuses.
Okay. All right, very good. One last thing, and that is Vegas News Review. Again, I'm going to encourage people, go to vegasnewsreview.com. If you haven't been there, it's totally cool. You'll have a great time. Learn all kinds of things that you've never seen before and from a great insight. What is it that's been most surprising to you in having created this online news source?
The surprising thing, people have come up to me and said, thank you for telling the truth. Thank you for being a voice. Because there's certain people, even in my old job, that you're not able to say what you think because it's what they call disparaging. They said, you are our voice. Thank you.
I'll tell you what, Dave, thank you. Thank you for being part of this show. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't, again, go to vegasnewsreview.com. Also, stop in at letstalknews.com. You're going to find all kinds of information, get a chance to learn more. We'll be right back after this.